Hi, hello, welcome to another episode of your grandmother's favorite podcast, the Two Penny Podcast with Faux Shizzle and Jay Jones. Welcome.
Well, that was eventful.
Oh, I know you don't like my opening, so I'm trying
No,
to. I'm gonna change it up every week.
you're putting words in my mouth. I never said I didn't like it.
I'll put a lot of things in your mouth, but it's not gonna be words.
Well, I bet I
No,
won't choke
sir.
either.
No, not at all. I don't use big words. I don't use $10 words like some people
Well, what's going
do.
on? How's your week?
Man, so far so good. I'm having a hell of a week. It's been great. It's been fantastical. It's been just fantastic.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
Unbelievable. Unbelievably awesome. I mean, I am wearing my Star Wars hoodie, which is nice, by the way. And this hat right here. Mm-hmm. Fancy. Little gift from a friend. It's a hat from Due Process. A very, very, very private, extremely elitist club with only like 60, 70 members.
mm-hmm.
Not even joking. It's crazy. Um, very cool place, which I've never been.
What is it?
Um, it's a golf course,
Oh, okay.
super uber private, more private than
My
I can't think
privates.
of them. Way more private than your privates. Your privates are not. They're definitely not private at
That's
all.
just because we've stayed in a hotel room before a few times.
We have. That's true. And I have seen you naked. Not half bad. You look pretty good naked. I was
Sitting on the
surprised.
toilet with the door
Yeah.
open.
hmm I was surprised. Looking good. Looking real good.
Well, I appreciate that.
um. Oh, hey, absolutely. I was um. I was definitely surprised. Pleasantly surprised.
Denny's
So
does
yeah,
that to me.
Denny's does something. It was bad. I will say this. I went to for some reason the other day. I went to a IHOP. I know it's bad, but I was like, I want to go to an IHOP,
You were feeling
and
international.
I was feeling super internet. I wanted to travel a little bit, and it was an experience. But they have the new eggs Benedicts.
Oh.
It's new to them, and believe it or not, they have one with a bacon jam Benedict.
Hmm.
Believe it or not, I hate to say it was good. It was really good.
So, have you ever been to Snooze in Fort Collins?
Absolutely. My daughter and I love that place.
So they have that down
It's
here in
not
Fort
as good
Worth
as
now.
Silver Grill, by the way. Silver Grill tops them all, but
Yeah, I'm not huge on like sweet breakfast food or really eating a lot of breakfast food in general.
I get that.
If it's more around like noon, then it's pretty good. But I'm much
hmm
more of like a salty, savory kind of guy. But they do have some pretty impressive breakfasts there,
I
and
agree.
they opened a location down here, so I think they're expanding.
It is a good place. I like it. My sister and her new husband were in Colorado and Fort Collins just this last weekend. They just got back yesterday, last night, or this morning early. But they brought me back some cinnamon rolls from the Silver Grill, so that was very nice of
Oh,
them. Yeah, they went out for a little hopscotch visit, little visit. I'm planning on hitting up the Colorado in June. So, Colorado peoples, June it is. Mike, did
get
you get a
ready.
notification that we went live or not?
I didn't.
Hmm, that stinks. I'm still not figuring out the whole YouTubey thing. We're such YouTubey newbies. It
I might be
sucks.
so stupid that I don't even have notifications on, but I don't know. Let's see.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. I mean,
It says live. We're on. Fuck it. We'll do it live.
we're on
Yep.
live. Oh my God, look at us. We're just liven it up. Um, let me see here if I can find it for myself here. The old two penny pod. What the fruit snacks is that? Oh wow, it is us.
There it is.
Jesus Christ. Um, that's scary. I don't want anybody to ever watch that. So yeah, I it was before I forget, because it's going to come out on Friday. But just most people know we record on Mondays. So for those of you that do tune into this or do see it, which I won't. But Mike, you need to leave the YouTube up so that you can see comments, because I don't have my other computer running in case somebody actually tunes in, like the Keb or somebody. But tomorrow, the 25th, is Keb's birthday.
Oh,
I think he's turning 25, something like that. You know, something young and tender and juicy.
some derivative of 25, perhaps.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, happy birthday, Mr. the Keb.
Mr. the Keb. That's right. Mr. the Keb. He is turning another trip around the sun, I guess they say.
If you believe in that sort of thing.
Yeah, I guess.
Fuck you,
I don't know.
Flat Earth Dave.
I'm glad you said it. People give me a lot of shit for saying it. So yeah, we actually we've been talking about it for a while. We're actually going to end up doing it. It's we are going to do our first of maybe a series, maybe not, who knows. We're going to start it off with 5 apiece. So it's a musical episode, people. So sit back and relax. I'm going to play a little bit of the songs out, and we'll talk a little bit about them. And you can gladly give us your feedback. Give us some suggestions of. Excuse me, I apologize. The allergies are kicking my butt, and I yawn a lot, anyways. I mean, yeah,
That's just when you're talking to me. It just comes right out.
It's anybody. I just can't even help it. It's old age. That's what it is. It's old age. I'm gonna blame it on old age. So anyway, I'm gonna lose a hat because it's hot. So yeah, we're gonna do our cover episode, and just so I mean, some people might not. Well, what's a cover? Is that a blanket? No.
Could be.
So it could be, but real simple, and most people probably are quite aware what a cover is. But it's when an artist or a band or someone plays a song that has been previously recorded or written, usually recorded, obviously, by another artist or band. It's that simple. And sometimes they're better, sometimes they're worse, sometimes they're just really different and catchy and cool to listen to. So I think that we're going to have a list of stuff that is very different, some that are really cool, and I think sometimes you could hear a song in a different way and think a totally different thing about it, because I've heard some hard rock and metal versions of bubblegum pop songs, and they sound cool. And I've heard some stripped down versions of rock songs that I was like, wow, that's really cool that way. But so yeah, we'll get into it. Oh, excuse me, right about now. I'm dying here. Maybe I need to start doing some ashwagandha.
Yeah.
I mean, that might help me.
I don't know. Does that help with energy?
I have no idea. This hair.
I'll ask Amber when we're done, and I'll let you know.
Yeah, Amber will probably know. She'll be like, "Oh, I have some ashwagandha drops, Mike. Would you like me to put them on the back of your tongue?"
The witch doctor, as I refer to her.
She is. She is a believer in them oils, baby.
Oh yeah,
a believer in them oils.
There's an oil for everything.
Yeah. And anyway, just so you know, guys, if you go to dinner with a lady, don't stare at her boobs. I just want to throw that out there. Even if she has like this little piece of like lint, or like the t-shirt got a little tear in it and there's like a piece right on like where the nipple would be, and you're like trying to figure out what is that and why do I keeps grabbing your attention.
Or she spilled some tomato sauce, like
yeah, a little bit of the red sauce.
Just
I love me a good red sauce.
Eyes
some
up.
of that Italian Sicilian gravy, baby.
Oh,
Sunday night at the spot.
it's been
Mhm.
sitting in the pot all day,
Ooh,
simmering.
that's right. That family pot, 50 years strong, baby. Mm.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about that love juice. Hmm. That stuff that love is made of. Those dreams. So anyway, yeah, let's break into it. So Mike, why don't you kick it off while I sit back and yawn?
Alrighty. So I've been really excited for this episode. I've had most of my songs ready for I don't know a month or two since we originally talked about it, but I was gonna go ahead and get this one out of the way because this guy is to me he's kind of like the cover king, and if anybody's heard of him, he's an artist known as Richard Cheese. They know exactly what I'm talking about, and everybody else soon will. So the first song I picked is "Down with the Sickness" by Disturbed, um, as performed by Richard Cheese, which uh, you'll get it once you hear it. But he's a Las Vegasy. He's an act basically, and so all of his songs are a lot of fun. But this one's probably my favorite. I'm sure
Lounge
you've heard it.
show. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's like if you go to a piano bar on crack, a dueling piano bar kind of situation.
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
it's just fantastic.
I agree. So Down with the Sickness, covered by Richard Cheese.
Do you feel that? Oh shit. Oh, wah, ah, ah, ah. Oh, wah, ah, ah, ah. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Open up your hate and let it flow into me. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. You mother, get up, come on, get down with the sickness. You fucker, get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Madness is the gift that has been given to me. I can see inside you the sickness is rising. It seems that all that was good has died. Oh no, the world is a scary place. Now that you've woken up the demon in me. Bobby, will you give it to me? Oh, get up, come on, get down with the sickness.
Yeah,
You
baby.
mother, get up,
I can,
get down with the sickness.
I can see the showgirls doing the can, just lighting that stage up.
Oh my
Getting down
gosh,
with the sickness.
just how good is that?
Oh, does it get any better? I don't think
We
so.
should just stop the show right now.
Richard Cheesy. Yeah, we should just stop. If you do get a chance, I do highly recommend if you want some entertaining listens, go check out Richard Cheese. Just type in Richard Cheese and you'll find endless entertainment if you're into that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna pass out here any minute. I didn't even drink. What the hell?
It's all that sun, man. Too much outside time.
Oh, that is true. I got cooked today. Cooked on the golf course.
You should have been at work under the halogen lights.
No way, man, dude. My hair is like I'm trying to turn into a like skater punk.
You're
My
doing
hair
it
is
for
getting
sure,
long. Yeah.
except for
My
that
hair.
beard.
Shut your mouth with the beard, dude. The beard is weird, but I'm telling you, this it works. It's a little bit longer than I like, but I'm telling you, I've had some super hot grannies in the supermarket ask me to touch their melons lately. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe that may not be true. But I know how to squeeze a cantaloupe. Trust me. Trust me. I know what it looks like, baby. Mm-hmm. And you've got some nice watermelons. And I love watermelon. Actually, I really do love watermelon with a little bit of tahini on it. Oh, yeah, baby.
We got some watermelons at Costco, and the kids have been eating the crap out of them this week. They just destroy them.
Damn, diarrhea fest.
I think Telkin ate like a whole watermelon in like 2 days.
I believe it, little monster. So, what do you got next for the fine folks?
Do you want to go, or do you want me to run through all mine?
No, I can do mine. Yeah, I'll go one.
right.
Why not?
Ping pong.
Ping pong. All right, so I'm gonna do a song that was originally written and recorded by Bob Dylan, and then Jimi Hendrix did it and actually made it famous. And Bob Dylan said that he really enjoyed the Hendrix version that he did.
Mhm.
The song is based on the Vietnam War. Bob Dylan was talking about how the towers and stuff, mainly about the dark and the light of the day and the night, with just the two different sides of the Vietnam conflict and the war. It's called All Along the Watchtower, performed by Dave Matthews Band.
Oh,
Live at Red Rocks, which, by the way, is the best concert venue in the world, at Morrison, Colorado. So if you haven't been to Red Rocks, you're fucking missing out. That is legendary venue. There's a lot of things that Mike and a lot of people might not agree with me on, but I will say this: there is not a better concert venue than Red Rocks, ever.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
I've seen
Perfect sound. Just incredible view, the entire thing. It's awesome.
It's insane. And it's insane how nice it is. I mean, I've seen everybody from the Beastie Boys to the Dave Matthews Band. There's a lot of bands I would love to see there. So anyway, this is All on the Watchtower. It does take a minute to get into, so going to play a couple minutes of it just so you can get the full flavor. But All Along the Watchtower, originally by Bob Dylan, done by Jimi Hendrix and countless others, but this is a version done by the Dave Matthews Band. The live version, because they never recorded it in the studio. So this is it at Red Rocks.
There must be some kind of way out of here. Sending jokers to the thief. Two months confusion. I can't get no relief. Businessman into my wine, and plowman into my heart. None of them alone alive. No word any of it's worth. No reason to get excited. The thief very kindly spoke. There are many here among us who feel life is but a joke. But you and I have been through all that. Yes, we will. And this is not a fate. So let us not talk falsely now. The hour is getting late.
I guess I would suggest that if people wanted to actually listen to that without the, the whole thing is really good. It does, it goes back down into a little slow, a little lull, and it comes back up, but it does take a little while to get into. But if you like saxophone, if you like Dave Matthews acoustical, jamming, then that is definitely a good song to check out.
Yeah, I thought that was great. And actually, it reminded me, I think, as I look it up, it was a very successful album, but an album that I really got into. You were probably more into the 90s side of him. But in 2001, when he came out with the album Every Day, that's an album I listened to about a bazillion times when I was in like middle school, high school age. That's a great album.
Yeah, Dave was super big when I was in high school. I mean, everybody loved Dave Matthews Band, Big Head Todd, Blues Travelers, Hootie and the Blowfish. I mean, there was a lot of these kind of poppy, acoustic, fun, more happy type music,
instrumental stuff.
Yeah, which is good. So, yeah, it was a little bit of the Davey Matthews Band. So, what do you got? What are you pouring into us, Mike? What are you pouring on me?
All right. So next, excuse me. So I'm gonna do a cover of Chris Isaak's "Wicked Game," which I would assume everybody and their mothers heard of it. It's performed by G-Eazy, and what I was surprised to find out is that this was actually recorded, I think, in 2014, but I just recently heard it. It was actually on like a TikTok or an Instagram reel, and you know how they like showed the song at the bottom of like on the reel. And I was like, what the heck was that? And so like I went and found the song, and I was like, this is freaking sweet. I definitely want to share this with everybody. So I sent it to you, and you're like, yeah, dude, I've known about that shit forever. And I was like, oh, okay. But when I heard it, I was like, this is
I
sweet.
think it came out in 2013, but it is. Awesome. But anyway, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Wicked Game. And you did tell him who it was originally done by, right?
Chris Isaak, yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. It's a very sexy song and a sexy video that Chris Isaak did. Good stuff.
The world was on fire and no one could save me but you. It's strange what desire will make foolish people do. that you playing is wicked. Walk out Delilah with someone, you know paparazzi outside, you know they finna flick it. TMZ posts, they keep naming me in it. See you been moving this way for a minute. Games that you play, yeah, but I guess that's your way of just making a statement to end it. Face it, admit it, you shooting me down. The bulls, how you aiming to hit it. Told you stop first and I never told mine. So up until now, I know they didn't get it. Pay me the villain, I get it, yeah. I get it. Looking around, driving around town. In the backseat of the Wraith, cause it's tinted. This shit could get lonely, yeah. Fuck. This shit could get lonely. Looking around, thinking who really know me, who really stay down and who try to disown me. Like fuck fake love.
So,
I can still sit.
Obviously, I still like that. I love the original song. I like the cover, and I don't know what I guess the traditionalist in me says, if you're gonna do a cover, just do a cover. But there are a lot of really cool songs where they use just the chorus, or they just
Clips.
sample the melody or sample the music. So overall, I give it a highly recommend, baby. I highly recommend. Thumbs up. A double thumbs up. I like that. So
Yeah, I
it's,
think they did that, like, especially in rap songs, like in the mid to late 2000s.
a lot of it, yeah.
Sound bites from old songs, like Aerosmith songs, and Eminem, and Eminem did a bunch of them with a bunch of old rock songs, and
Yeah.
and I like pretty much all of them, so I don't
Yeah,
have
he
anything to
did,
complain about on that.
He did the one with Aerosmith. Was it Crazy or
No, it was shit, I can't remember right now.
I can't either. Who gives a shit? I'm not putting it on there anyway. It's not on our list of
No, that's not a cover. That's a
That's right,
sample.
it's not. Excuse me. So the next song that I'm doing is actually from obviously one of my favorite bands. It's Nirvana. So it's off the MTV Unplugged. Actually, they did an album. They recorded it and made it turn it into an album, just like they did with most of the Unplugged series. The song was originally done by David Bowie, not Bowie like the town I grew up in, but David Bowie, who originally did the song. And actually, the versions and the renditions are very similar, but you can definitely, obviously, Nirvana puts their sound on it, and it sounds better. It's definitely one that I believe is better than the original, 110%.
I definitely wish they would still do those unplugged concerts, because like all of those were just so good.
They were good. Even the LL Cool J one was incredible. Even if you don't like LL Cool J, to see him do that, it was amazing. Even with the crazy deodorant armpits, it was wild. But no, it was good. There was some ones that were better than others, obviously. But I mean, if you think about it, there was the LL Cool J one was cool. I mean, the Nirvana one was great. I mean, a lot of people had huge Alice in Chains was incredible.
That was an awesome one.
And Staley was nuts in it. He was so good. You can actually,
Well,
if you go back and listen to it, you can hear like a lot of the pain and the torture that he's dealing with from his addictions. And obviously he died shortly thereafter. And Kurt Cobain didn't live a year after his and then they talk a lot on the Unplugged series about how if you go back and watch the Nirvana Unplugged, it's set up like a funeral home, like a mortuary, like a funeral's being done. All white orchids, candlelight. It's very much like a funeral.
Yeah, and like those unplugged, I think that's what's so enjoyable about like the covers and stuff too. It's just a new way to hear the music that was
Absolutely.
created. And so I've always enjoyed acoustic music of like traditional songs or whatever. It gets me going, man.
Gets you going. It gets all your juices flowing. So with The Man Who Sold the World by Nirvana, if you haven't heard the original, go check out David Bowie's version, and I think you'll probably like Nirvana's better. So anyway, The Man Who Sold the World.
We passed upon the stairs, spoken walls and when on the made my way back home. I searched for foreign land. For years and years I roamed. I gazed and stared. We must have million years. I must have died alone a long, long time ago. Who knows? Not me. I never lost control. Your face to face with the man who sold the world. Who knows?
That whole show, the whole entire episode, the whole entire show. And actually, there's another song, they do a few covers during their the recording of that episode. And they actually excuse me, they cut one of the songs out that they did during the song. Where Did You Sleep Last Night? They cut that out of there for some reason. I don't know why, but they did. So I
Are you still able to like find it places if you want to listen to it, or is it?
some places you can still find it and listen to it. Some places not at all. Not at all.
It's not totally buried. You just gotta go find it.
So Comment, which is a good friend of mine. I went to high school with Adam. He is musically inclined, in my opinion. He has a lot of excuse me. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, we had a comment on YouTube, and it says Nirvana hands down is the worst band to come out of the whole Seattle era. And I would say that's not true. Hole would be the worst band in my opinion. And that's mainly because they sucked. Even pre whatever. Anyway, and I know he says that that's just his opinion, but Adam is actually, I would call him definitely educated when it comes to good music. He has a good ear for music. So he probably really does hate Nirvana, but he probably hates them because of the commercial side of it. If nobody knew about Nirvana and Adam heard Nirvana, he'd be like, I like that. I know he would. He probably hates Foo Fighters too. You can tell us, Adam. I don't know. Maybe not. So what do you got next, Mike?
So next up, I have an artist that I've been wanting to incorporate in the show for a long time because he's from not technically my hometown, but where I grew up in Wyoming. I don't know him as much, but I do know his brothers, and his name's Ian Munsick, and he's kind of exploding right now. He just dropped a new album 2 or 3 weeks ago called White Buffalo, and if you like Western country bluegrassy music, you should definitely check it out. But before he got real big, he would put out these things every week on YouTube called 1 Minute Mondays, and it was basically him, a highly produced version of him putting out like a 1 minute cover of different music from all kinds of genres: pop, rap, hip hop, country, but anything you can think of. If you like, if you're into different genre than country, that's fine. Like he covered it all. But he put out a produced version of Dreams by Fleetwood Mac on one of his albums, and it's on Spotify, it's on YouTube, you can find it everywhere. But it's a really cool version of the song that I like, that it's different because in Wyoming the country music is a lot more bluegrassy, and he does an awesome job of bringing that to mainstream music, where he got big in Nashville, is where he really learned his craft, I would say. But he brings a lot of like the Wyoming culture and stuff like that to his music, and so whenever I listen to his music, it reminds me of home, and it's really cool that something like that can be done for people, even if they haven't been out there, even if you watch a show Yellowstone and you think that's cool area.
I love the show though.
But he had a shout out from Kevin Costner on one of his songs too. But he's getting real big. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people have heard his other music and
It'd
stuff
be
like
weird
that. On
if I was like, Britney Spears is taking pictures with me and Eminem and all those guys too. Does that make me cool? If I got a shout out
not
from them,
sure if they still remember you.
they don't still remember this guy.
No, I
And
don't
trust me, they don't remember. They don't fucking remember me. Although I did see Britney Spears naked.
know. Naked.
And actually, anybody else that wants to see her naked can on Instagram pretty much every day. So what is this called? It says this is Dreams, right?
Yeah, Dreams by Fleetwood Mac, performed by Ian Munsick. And so on the song, he's playing every single instrument, and then it's layered onto itself and singing as well.
I like a good layering. I love a good layering. All right.
Now here you go again, you say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? Well, it's only right that you should play the way you feel it. But listen carefully to the sound of your loneliness, yeah. Thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. I said women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. Now here I go again, I see the crystal visions. I keep my visions to myself. Well, it's only me who wants to wrap around your dreams and have you any dreams you'd like to sell. Dreams of loneliness, like a heartbeat drives a man from the stillness of remembering what you had and what you lost. You what you had and what you lost.
He's doing that damn thing.
He's
That's what's
got them high notes.
He's got it like somebody put them balls in a vice and twisted it down.
Little
You know,
clippy dude.
squeeze- That's right. They squeeze those man jugs.
The chip
Those,
clip.
Them, put the chip clip on them semen swamps. Damn it. Praise God, baby. Praise God. So my next one. That's my turn.
Yeah.
And I know some of you people are like, man, these are kind of slow and kind of downtrodden. Well, they kind of are.
It wasn't
but,
intentional.
it was very intentional for me. I wanted to fall asleep. And tune back in next week when I'm going to play nothing but sexual healing type Motown songs. That's right.
Ooh.
We're doing the bedroom bandit, the bedroom DJ stuff. That's what I'm going to do. Stuff to knock that booty up. That's right.
I mean, we might as well play business time since we talk about it all the time.
That's right, baby. It's business time.
It's
I got my
coming next week,
business
guys.
socks on. I got my business socks on.
Let's just make it the intro.
Hey, there ain't nothing. I a long time ago I made a mix CD with a friend of mine who we each did 30-minute mix, and it was for Valentine's Day, and it was all bedroom banging music. All
Freaky.
it was, and I did all like pretty much Motown sex music. It was great.
The problem is,
everything
I really don't need like a full album for that
It's only
time.
30 minutes, babe. Enough to do 4 or 5. You could do it 4 or 5 times. Yeah, that's a whole nother show. I don't know. I mean, how long is too long? I don't know if there is such a thing. If it's good and you're like enjoying it, hey, keep at it.
It's definitely a lot longer if I've been drinking.
Is it?
Oh yes.
Oh, well, that's good. Um, you know, my buddy Adam, who's tuning in and you know acting with us, which is fun, and I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah. Thanks for
Ooh,
listening.
sounds fun. Let's fire up strippers. Whoa, strippers are making fun now. I may or may not be able to. I could probably get some strippers in this show pretty easy. I mean, I did work with a lot of them.
They're mostly retired though.
They are.
Maybe.
They're you know they've got them yard dart titties now. Those things are they're tucking those titties in their socks.
Gravity has taken hold.
That's right. Unless they were the store-bought ones. Although I tell you what, I still prefer the natties. I do.
I'm
I prefer a
natural.
nice natty. Give me a nice natty booby any day of the week, man. I just love them. I just love them so much. Kisses. Anyway, all right. So my next one is, God, it is slow, and I apologize. So for those of you that are almost in bed, go to sleep. But the reason I'm doing this, it was a song actually. So our good buddy St. Joe actually, you know, mentioned this song, I believe, as well to me, and it was one that was on my list from the start. So Chris Cornell, who is the lead singer of many groups, is one of my favorite all-time artists. Absolutely 100%. And he does a lot of amazing covers. But one of the most eerie, like amazing ones to me is a song that was originally done by Prince, written by Prince, performed by Prince, although I don't even know if he really put it out. And then it got famous by Sinead O'Connor, which is the song's called Nothing Compares to You, which you probably already knew by now, which is this is actually this is the version that Prince actually wrote and performed originally. And obviously, like I said, Sinead O'Connor made it famous, but this is Chris Cornell. This is the last of the slow ones for me, though. So you've got two more coming out of me, and they're bangers. They're going to be having you. You're going to be shaking around. You're going to be touching yourself.
Bangers
So,
and mash.
Bangers and mash, baby. So Nothing Compares to You by Chris Cornell, who's a badass. And if you don't, and if Adam doesn't think that Chris Cornell's a badass, well, Adam, go fuck yourself. Because I don't give a shit. Fuck me,
He's
Chris
he's
Cornell's
brain
badass.
dead if he believes that.
I agree. He might be brain dead anyway, old chief. But he's a good dude. You got to meet. You need to meet Adam. You'd like him. He's a good dude. So anyway, Nothing Compares to You by Chris Cornell.
It's been 7 hours and 15 days since you took your love away. I go out all night and sleep all day since you took your love away. Since you've been gone, I can do whatever I want. I can see whoever I choose. I can eat my dinner in a fancy restaurant. Nothing can take away these blues. There's nothing compared to you. It's been so lonely without you here.
Now,
Like
the
a
reason
bird
I'm
without
cutting loving this song a little early is not because it's not badass, because it is, but it's because I almost accidentally slipped my wrist right there, and
Nope.
I don't want to do it on air. I don't want people to watch. I'm kind of shy when it comes to slitting my wrist. I
It'd
guess.
probably go viral if you were bleeding out like live on
Ooh.
the show.
That is true. Hey, might be worth doing, baby.
Get the
Um,
views.
Get the views, get the likes going, get the virality, get it shared. And speaking of which, Adam was supposed to come on the show as a guest, and I'm sure he still will someday. So I'm hoping so. But I will say this: you think I may go off the edge? You think I may have some weird thoughts and sayings? Ooh, Adam blows me out of the water. I think he's been in Facebook jail 727 times. He had a life sentence and they commuted it to like 25 years, but he
Between him and Josh from Bowie.
no. This Josh couldn't hold Adam's nutsack. Not with a wheelbarrow. Not even a chance. So all right, Mike, what do you got for us? What do you got first?
So I believe. Whoa.
That scared me just a little bit. Why is that playing? Okay, stop it. Testicle difficulties. But what you people don't understand is I've got this studio going. I've got the YouTube studio open so I can see shit. And I've got my lights and my mic and my phone. Jesus. And it's hard to, and I've got my OnlyFans open, showing off my feet pics tonight.
Ooh.
That's right. Monday night is for the feet. Mm-hmm.
So the next song I picked, I'm pretty sure this is the right order, but it's People Are Strange by The Doors, which, I also that song. But this is performed by a band called The Dead South, which it's kind of like one of those serious spoof bands. Like they make real music, but their content can be a little goofy sometimes. I think probably what they're best known for is a song called In Hell I'll Be in Good Company, which if anybody hasn't heard it, they should definitely go check it out because it's a great song. But this is their take on it. So they're kind of a banjo-y, twangy sounding band as well. But they're from Canada, which you would think the Dead South would be from the South, but they the way they dress and act and stuff like that. I believe the story is that they're like spoofing on kind of like the Hooterite Mormon, or not Mormon, Amish Hooterite. Yeah, Hooterite and Amish kind of culture up there.
What the hell is that?
They're kind of goofing on them, like with the big circle hats and the big beards and white.
I'm getting ready to goof
shirts.
on you for saying that word.
You don't know what a Hooterite is? You're up close to
No.
Pennsylvania.
What does that have to do with anything? I don't ever go there.
The Hooterites.
Dude, I stay away from freaking Pennsylvania. And matter of fact, Pennsylvania is huge. You know how you can go to Texas and drive all fucking day and you're still in fucking Texas?
It's like, yeah, it's farther to get to the coast than it is to freaking Canada.
Fucking Pennsylvania is the same way.
Whatever.
From where I'm at, it takes me 40. It takes about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour to get to Philadelphia.
That's really close.
It takes like 7.5 or 8 hours to get to Pittsburgh. That's fucking ridiculous.
Hey, I don't hang out on the East Coast. Why?
Well, thank goodness.
I'm gonna come over there though.
You're gonna come all over here. You've been out here once before.
I'll be
you
back.
Flew in. I took you to a football game, and then you flew
left.
out like the next day.
Yeah.
And then I came down to see you the next year in Dallas. And listen to this, people. I came down to see Mike, and he was going to take me to the Broncos Cowboys game. And guess what? He didn't. We sat at his fucking house.
We had fun.
And yeah, I agree. Hooterades.
Hooterite.
Hooterades. Like that lady that was dipping wings in her.
Or hooter twat.
Hooter-twat. Anyway, that sounds like a fancy poon. And I'm here for it. So anyway, People Are Strange by what's their name?
The Dead South.
The Dead South. That sounds kind of cool. The Dead South. Let's check out this piece of dookie song. Here we go. People Are Strange.
unwanted, streets are uneven when you're down, when you're strange. Face come out of the rain when you're strange. No one remembers your name when you're strange. When you're strange. When you're strange. People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem
The one good thing about that song is it's kind of like Yellow Submarine. If you hear the first verse, you've heard all of them.
Oh, it's all good.
It's
It's really like reminds me, Halloween. Like if you have a Halloween playlist and that's not on it, then you got issues.
what the people are strange. This version?
Either version.
Oh, well, there's many versions. There's some good versions and some bad ones. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
one. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not a fan of the song, but
It's
that
aight.
doesn't matter. It's a good cover. So, anyway, rolling down the tracks as fast as we can because obviously I'm yawning, which means I gotta go to sleep. It's freaking almost 9:30 here.
Oh my goodness.
I know, past my bedtime. Got to take my Metamucil and hit the hay. So this next song is I actually enjoy some country music. I enjoy the older stuff, but I enjoy some of the new stuff too. I can't lie. But one of my favorite bands, and it actually is probably because of the era and the years I grew up. But some people hate them, some people love them. I'm a big fan. Social Distortion, Social D. I absolutely love them, and their cover of "Ring of Fire" by Johnny Cash is absolutely one of my favorite covers ever. And it's not a slow jam, which is good because I need to wake the fuck up. So anyway, we're going to jump right into that. Social Distortion, who I've been very fortunate enough to see play probably a dozen times, doing "Ring of Fire." Checking out.
Is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Bound by one desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. Went down, 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 and the place went higher. And it burns, burns, that ring of fire, that ring of fire. The taste of a love is sweet, when hearts like ours meet. I'm before you like a child. Oh, but the fire went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. Went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 that ring of fire.
You know, you may get confused and think it's a song about Taco Bell, but it's not.
Mm-mm.
It's not. It's snot at all. "Ring of Fire," Social Distortion, and I have so many songs by them that I love. I've actually played another Social D song on here a couple times before on this
Yeah.
podcast, on this very pod. I played "Story of My Life" before. I know that. So.
Yeah. And on the note of Johnny Cash, I feel like the low hanging fruit on the cover episode would have been to
Hurt.
play "Hurt," but everybody knows that one. So
He did a good song. I mean, just like everybody talks about "Respect" by Aretha Franklin. I mean, that was a cover. It's a fantastic song. She made it hers. Just like damn it, what's her name? Ike Turner,
Tina Turner.
Tina Turner and Ike Turner. They did the Proud Mary. That was a cover. They killed it. So I mean, there's a
Yeah.
lot of low hanging fruit out there. These are more songs that people may or may not know. They definitely know the original, except maybe "The Man Who Sold the World" by David Bowie. People might not know that one. So, okay, your last jam, your last cover song of the cover night.
Yeah, for anybody
Before I
keeping
go,
track,
Get under my covers.
this will be my last song for the night.
Mhm.
And so I picked a song that I absolutely love.
Hold on.
Uh-huh.
I have to stop you. This is why I love Adam. Look up the YouTube comments right now. Did you see what he said?
Yeah.
Chris Cornell and they did Rusty Cage, okay? And who covered that? Johnny Cash.
Oh,
But he
really?
did a lot of covers. That album was all covers that he did. He did.
Yeah.
But that
What-
he did a great version of Rusty Cage.
And I
great
think it was extra impactful, that album, because essentially you could tell that Johnny Cash was at the end of his life
Absolutely.
and whipped that together, and it was all just really good stuff, in a version that you'd never really seen an artist do like that, where he's very old, and a different sound to him.
Oh, he sounds incredibly different.
Yeah. And so, I think I don't know if women would have the same perspective, but for me, like as a man, it makes you think of like your grandfather or like something like that. But if your grandfather was really good at music and famous,
Oh, I agree.
but it gives you that same kind of feeling when you heard that album for the first time, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. Such a good song. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Mike. I apologize.
That's all right.
Forgive me for I've sinned.
So,
Scott.
my final song is from a band that people
Called
probably
Wham!
haven't listened to in a long time, called Cake. They do a few covers, but my favorite cover that they did was War Pigs by Black Sabbath, which, upon looking that up, it is also a song that was anti-Vietnam War, basically trying to keep the British out of the war. But if you know Cake, you know their sound, and this is an absolute Cake version of this song, and I love it. It gets me way pumped up.
I love Cake. I love Cake. Eating it and listening to it. All right.
Straightener and a long jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. In the fields of bodies burning, hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh Lord, politicians hide themselves away. They only started the war. Why should they go out to fight? They leave peril to the poor. Yeah. Time will tell them they have power minds, making war just for fun.
If you haven't heard the whole song, go listen to it.
You
whole
have to,
fucking thing
yeah.
is so good. You know what? My favorite song by Cake, by the way. Well, there's two of them. Sheep Go to Heaven
Hmm.
and Short Skirt Long Jacket.
Yep.
But there's another song that I was just thinking of when I was thinking Weezer. I mean, when you said Cake, I was thinking Weezer. Who I saw perform with Beastie Boys at Red Rocks, and they did a cover album a couple years ago, and they did what's the song they did? They did Africa. They covered the Toto song Africa, and it's fucking phenomenal. It's so have you heard it?
I think I have, but
It sounds just like it, only better. Sounds just
Yeah.
like the original, only better. But yeah, if you get a chance to listen to War Pigs, it was good.
do it. Yeah, the solo in there is freaking awesome.
It is, and it's just about another minute and a half later, so that's why I didn't keep going. So my last one for the night, my last one
The
is
final.
the final one is by a group called the Gourds. Does anybody know who the Gourds?
Like a pumpkin.
Like a pumpkin? No, a pumpkin. It has a M and a P in there. Pumpkin. It's not a pumpkin. Hey, pumpkin. That's what I call my girlfriend. Hey, pumpkin. What
Is
you
it?
been doing, sugar? You little sweet pumpkin pie here. Come here and let daddy taste you. Let me have a little lick. I'm gonna treat you like a lollipop. That's right. So anyway. Yeah. Mr. Adam over there on the YouTube commenting that he was thinking about the Deftones covered Weezer. And they covered Say It Ain't So.
I'll have to check that
Such
out.
a good song. It is good. Trust me. If Adam recommends it, you'll like it. He could do a whole work. He could be our musical director for the show.
Oh.
That's how much faith I have in him. And I was a damn
DJ.
professional DJ for fucking ever.
What was I?
Sorry, a text message popped up from my OnlyFans page.
Oh.
Somebody wanting some more. They want me to sprinkle raspberry sauce. They want me to drizzle raspberry sauce on my toes. And I'm like, how would you know what flavor it is? Why does it matter? You can't, it's not smell or taste division.
What's the
It's
size
just
of
a
this?
video.
It's the seeds, you can tell.
That's probably true. They want me to drizzle raspberry sauce on my toes. So anyway, last song is by the Gourds, and they've been around for a long time. But they covered a song called Gin and Juice
Oh yeah.
by
know.
Snoop Dogg. And
This isn't
everybody knows
the-
the version, and they're like, oh, that's Fish. No, it ain't, motherfuckers. It's the Gourds. And I'm sorry about my language, but most of you are fucking idiots. Hey, did y'all hear that Fish version? You damn hillbilly. No. Anyways, so let's get into it. Gin and Juice. Check it out. You know what I should do? I should
Play a
turn
song?
up the I should turn up the volume up. My bad, motherfuckers. I'm sleeping at the wheel.
So much drama in LBC, it's kinda hard being Snoop D-O-double-G. But I somehow, someway, keep coming up funky ass shit nearly every single day. And can I kick a little something for the G's? And make a few friends as I breeze through. Don't you know it's 2 in the morning and our party's still jumping? Cause my mama ain't home. I got bitches in the living room getting it on, and they ain't leaving till 6 in the morning. So what you wanna do, ho? I got a pocket full of rubbers and my homeboys do too. Turn off the lights and close the doors, but what? We don't love them whores. and my money on my mind. Rolling nice straight, smoking endo, sipping on gin and juice, laid back. My money and my money on my mind.
Speaking of that song, Gin and Juice, I'll tell you what, man. I had me some good times in high school listening to Snoop Dogg, baby. That West Coast rap. That shit was gangsta.
Did you ever have a pocket full of rubbers?
No, but I will say this. I remember putting a rubber in my wallet, and I
I did
remember
that.
pulling it out one time, and it wasn't like, I used to think the rubbers were cool because like you could squeeze them and they'd like move around because the lubrication and shit.
Uh-huh.
I pulled this one out, not to use it, but just because I was like, oh, I still have a rubber in here, and it was like, it was like crunchy, hard, like a hard
Yeah.
candy.
Like it opened up.
That or had been in there a little bit too long.
It was expired.
Prophylactics, Mike. When's the last time you put on a condom? How many years has it
Oh.
been?
It's been
That
at least a solid dozen.
Oh my lord. I put one on. I like to put them on daily, just to keep in practice.
Just to
Not
keep the fit right.
Well, I figured if I'm going to masturbate, it's a safe way to keep the mess from, happening.
That's not true at all. Like
It is.
then your hands all lubey and smells like
oh
frickin'
no.
rubber.
Nah.
What do you mean no? What did you let them dry out before you jerk off in them?
I have fragrance condoms. I have delicious smelling condoms, I think.
So,
I don't
so you just smell like fake bananas all day,
Yeah. Like copper tone.
like banana
So-
runts.
Yeah, delicious. Banana runts, the most trash flavor. Actually, I don't know. Runts
Yeah,
were a trash candy.
for
I
sure.
mean, runts look good, but they taste bad.
You break
it's
your
kinda-
teeth on them; they don't taste good.
Oh, they're rotten to the core. Can't do that stuff. So, anyway, I had fun doing this episode with you this week, brother.
Me too.
I was looking forward to it. I don't like doing, let me say this. First of all, some people are like, why don't you like doing musical episodes? They're kind of fun, Jay. Here's the couple reasons why. Even with my BMI and ASCAP licensing stuff that I still have, and I'm fortunate to have, some of the stuff could get copyright stricken. If one of the artists or somebody just gets a hair up their ass and wants to strike it before I have to provide proof that it's allowed, it's not worth it to me. So, I mean, it's like, I went back and listened to an episode that one of our songs got blocked out. And the only thing it notices is if you're not watching live, it won't be on the on-demand video. You won't be able to hear it.
Just on YouTube though.
Correct.
Yeah.
Not on Spotify, or Apple or Google or even Good Pods, fuck Good Pods. But anywhere you might listen to our podcast, each and every Friday, we release a brand new episode. Obviously, shout out to all our friends who love us and we love them. There is a new episode of Nefarious Nightmares putting out this week of something that we've discussed previously on this podcast in regards to a case that we're familiar with. We're not involved with, but we are familiar with it, well aware of it. So shout out to those guys for putting it out. I think it came out on Tuesday. So if you haven't gone and checked out Nefarious Nightmare, go check it out. Shout out to all our friends, obviously. Mama D, Keb, St. Joe, and the Beebs, and all your guys' fun work. They got new people joining the Unfiltered Studios all the time. They got brought in Sumner. They brought in another podcast, which I'm not quite sure the name yet. I apologize.
It's like hypno something.
Hypno Wellness?
Something I don't know. Something hypno.
Hypno Wellness. I think it was something like that. You're right. So anyway, but yeah, we release a new episode each and every Friday. We try to stream we're trying to get this YouTube-y thing down. We're YouTube-y virgins.
Hey, we're pretty good today, I think.
Hey, we did all right today.
We killed
And,
it.
shout out to my good buddy Adam Chief. Thanks for tuning in, brother. We do appreciate it. We appreciate you interacting and commenting, and we wish more people would do it.
Doo-doo.
We wish more people would do it, and hopefully they will. So if you get a chance this week, go find yourself a super hot Sicilian mommy to make you some sweet red love sauce on a Sunday.
But don't stare at her tits while you're eating it.
Don't look at her boobs. It's even though there's a piece of lint like right on where the nipple is, and you gotta look. Don't.
And it's cold. It's cold wherever you're at.
It's super cold. Speaking of which, I don't know if I can tell that story. I don't know. I'll have to check with the people involved before I can tell that story. But get back to me next week. Ask me about tennis court nipples
Okay.
next week. Tennis nipples. Let's just go with tennis nipples because that sounds even better. Who knows?
Deal.
You got anything else you want to chime in, brother man, before we bone out here?
Hey, I think that was pretty good. I like your last song. It kind of wrapped things up nicely. If
we can wrap it up.
yeah,
We were talking about prophylactics.
wrap it up.
Wrap it up, wind it up. So anyway, you're done.
We're done here.
We're done here. We've done enough damage. So for Adam, who hung with us all night, thank you, brother. For Mike and May, I'm Jay Jones. This is the Two Penny Podcast. We do appreciate you tuning in each and every Friday, a brand new episode. Comment, like us, share us, pass us around. We're the number one rated podcast in all of Nova Scotia. But I want to be the number one podcast in your heart, in your home. I want your grandmother to say, hey, did you tune in the Two Penny this week? We're
Play
here
it on
for
your
you.
surround sound for everybody
We
to
love
hear.
you. We pray for you. We worship with you. And
Praise God.
praise God, baby. Hallelujah. Amen. And don't forget, if nobody else wants to fuck you, do like Jay does and go fuck yourself. That's right.
With a condom on.
With a prophylactic. Yeah. Wrap it up. Anyway. All right. We'll see you next time. Adios. Goodbye. Bye.
Arrivederci.